Good evening. Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm here at the Power of Soul Center in London, and tonight we have a very special guest joining us, Master Francisco Quintero. So he'll be joining us shortly, and tonight's topic is about opening your spiritual channels. So Master Shah teaches us many tools and technologies, and opening your spiritual channels is a very powerful way for us, to increase our spiritual ability, open our channels, and receive messages and guidance from our soul, or we can even learn to connect to other souls, so like saints and Buddhas, and then we can get a message. So it's a very powerful and very useful ability to be able to do that. Francisco is coming to actually do a workshop with us in London, live at the center. So that will be on not this weekend, the weekend after, 1st and 2nd of March. Some of you may not be aware. What is it? What does it mean to open your spiritual channels? Let me ask you, has anybody felt at times they get like an intuition, like an inner feeling? So can I see the gallery view? Is it possible? Yes, and who has raised a hand there? Okay, yeah, we got Meena, and who else is on the top left? Nazia. Okay, great. Either of you, did you want to share something? What does it mean when you get this information, your intuition? You can unmute yourself and share.
Okay, that's better. Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
You can hear, yes. It's really weird because it's something that sits in my stomach, just below the belly button. I get a sort of, I don't know how to explain it, a knowing feeling there. Then my right hand shakes a little bit. So if something's going to happen to my mum, or she's not well, or someone's just going to have an accident or something, this hand starts to shake. And that's when I know something bad is going to happen. And it always, 9.5 times out of 10, it does happen. But the intuition about other things, like, oh, I'm going to be called up for a meeting and the meeting won't go well, it comes from the stomach. Something is just about to happen, to something not so nice, something negative. And I always get this knowing feeling. Can't describe it any other thing than something in the stomach. And something in the mind telling me this is just about to happen. So when a patient arrests and we need to do CPR, even then the hand starts shaking before it happens. And I just think, okay, this patient's going to go off on me today. So in that way, I always get this, it's always helped me, but I've never opened it up. I've never recognized it. I've not developed it. So this will be an excellent thing for me to do today and that workshop.
Right. So for you, it happens like instinctively, something you get a feeling, you don't know what may happen, and it gives you some information.
Yeah, and it always does happen 9.5 times out of 10.
Okay.
So yeah.
So you mentioned something, you get a feeling like below your belly
Yeah,
button in the abdomen,
just below. Yeah,
Okay.
in the
Right.
stomach area.
So that's, I'll tell you why that happens there. Because for majority of humanity, this is where the soul is sitting. it sits in that area, that region. We call them soul houses. So for about 85% of
Mm-hmm.
humanity, it sits in the first three soul houses. That's in the abdomen area. And so this is a message from your soul. Okay, so you get that feeling. The soul is sending you a message, and so that's why you feel it
Yeah,
there. Okay, and then it
yeah,
sends it to the mind, and then you can either uh, have that message silently hear that message, or you can even,
yeah,
or you can speak it out.
yeah.
Okay,
How
right?
do you explain the handshaking? You know, it just shakes a little, and
Yeah.
it's always the right
So,
one. And
right.
that's devastating
Okay. No.
news when that happens.
Okay. Have you ever had a time when it's not always bad information, but some good information can also come?
Only bad, only bad.
Only bad.
I never get intuition about good things. I get
Hmm.
suddenly an uplifted feeling, but it just happens when something good is going to happen. It just happens. But I only get to know when something bad is going to happen.
Right. Okay.
Fortunately.
So now, the soul wants to communicate with us. Soul
Mm-hmm.
wants to guide us. Uh, and so the soul can also send us like positive information,
Mm.
with bad information, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when you open up your channels more and you make that connection with your
Mm-hmm.
soul stronger, then the soul, you open that pathway. Okay, and then you can receive a lot of information because the soul has so much wisdom, because the soul has been with us lifetime after lifetime after lifetime, and so it's collected all this wisdom, all this information. It has it, the soul retains all that information, and so it can give us very good guidance. So when we
Mm-hmm.
open up the
Okay.
channel, then we can benefit from it. I'll share a story. Um, so I was in a holiday in Mexico, and we were in that restaurant. It's a Japanese teppanyaki restaurant where you sit like in a U-shaped table and they cook in
Right.
front of you. Yeah, and the chef is very smart, and he entertains you, and he, you know, uses his sharp knife to cut things, and then throws food up in the air, and does acrobatics and. So uh, we were there. I was with my daughters and my late wife Rupal there, and then uh, he, with the knife, uh, it slipped from his hand, and it flew at my daughter. Now she moved and evaded it, and she shared that before it happened, she and also Rupal, they both got the information that this is going to happen. So they were
Wow.
prepared. Yeah, just a few minutes before, they got that information that this is going to happen, and this is because the channels are on
Reopen.
that side. So like that, you can get information, and
Yeah.
so at that moment, possibly saved her from an
Yeah.
injury. Yeah, because it's very
Yeah.
short distance when he throws the knife, very short distance. It can come
Yeah.
to you in less than a second, the knife, boom. So,
Yeah.
uh, so once you open up your spiritual channels, then
Yeah.
and there's more than one channel that you can open up. So first one we
Yeah.
teach you is how to uh, make a connection to your soul. So you get
Oh,
message from your soul. Okay,
perfect.
right? And then we teach you how to open up other channels. Okay, so the other one is to um, to receive information from outside. Okay, so our soul
Mm.
is internal. Then we teach you how to receive information from outside soul, so you can connect to. Um, okay, so you can connect to saints and Buddhas, and it's quite amazing. if you can do that, and so many students are able to do that now,
Wow.
that you can. So now I get asked a lot, yeah, to get a message, and
Mm.
so then I flow a message, and some of this information, um, just through normal human thinking, you might not be able to access it.
Mm.
Okay, sometimes we need this because in life, at times there are difficult decisions,
Mm.
okay, and we don't know who to turn to, or even when we turn to, now, uh, you know, can we act on that information? Okay, so but when you can get information uh, from the spiritual realm, okay, so and then you as you improve, your accuracy will go higher, and
Mm.
then you can begin to rely on that information. Let's say you um, wanted to uh, move country. Now that's a big decision. Okay, so
Mm.
uh, who can you go and ask? Okay, your maybe parents or siblings, and but it's such a big
Mm.
decision because they don't even know what may
Mm.
happen in that country. So something like this
Mm.
definitely need guidance from, let's say, a master teacher, or
Mm.
you can connect to,
Mm.
saints, and then it can be very useful information. So
Mm.
David shares an amazing story, but I just noticed that Francisco is here. So most of
Oh,
you know
okay.
Francisco. So those of you who don't know Francisco, so he's our top teacher of Dr. and Master Zhigong Sha, and he's an expert in teaching you how to open your spiritual channels. So we are, huh? Is he not there? Right, right, right. Okay. So I thought he was here. No. Okay, okay. So he's going to be here shortly. So Francisco, I've known him since 2011, so a long time. And he actually, when we started in London, Francisco used to come to London 3 or 4 times a year, and then he would hold a workshop. So this started way back in, I think, 2012. And then we built up our student base, and Francisco really helped us to develop, Master Shah's um, gathering of students in London. And in 2013, Master Shah came to London. So Francisco and many other teachers had come together at that time. So we are very grateful to Francisco to help us to build our team here. And uh, so, as I said, he's one of Master Shah's top teachers. So, Master Shah in his events, and Francisco is often there, and he does many of these spiritual readings. Yeah, he gets such incredible information. His channels are so open, and he can give us just incredible information. So he is coming uh, for uh, one of so this workshop, Open Your Spiritual Channels, on the 1st and 2nd of March, and then also Master Shah is with us on the following weekend, 8th and 9th of March. So then we'll be promoting um, uh, for Master Shah's events. So if you haven't registered for that event, I would definitely highly recommend that you don't miss this opportunity. We waited a very long time, from 2013 to 2024, 11 years. Uh, Master Shah came after 11 years. Yeah, we are very fortunate he's coming again. He was here in November 24. Now here is in March 2025, but we don't know when it may happen again. So it's a great opportunity to be with Master Shah, because last time was one day, This time he's doing 2 days. So 2 days, you will learn a lot of wisdom, a lot of practices. You'll get the opportunity to receive blessings, and you make a request. Okay, let's say I've got back pain, knee pain, I've got anger issue. Make that request when Master Shah is blessing us. You can have a huge transformation. Okay, so Francisco is here. So let's call Francisco, and yes, we'll take your questions. Francisco, yes, welcome.
Okay, hello everyone. Thank you, Mayur. Okay, exciting everyone. Okay, are you excited to open your spiritual channels, everyone? Yeah, you could raise your virtual hand up if you're excited to open your spiritual channels. Okay, let's see those hands. Yes. So, I love this topic. This is like the most amazing topic on the spiritual channels. I absolutely love it. I heard your story, Mina. And everyone has a unique way with your body, with your heart, with your soul. Not all of us have the same way of picking up information. So, but all of it is part of our spiritual channels and how we get information from heaven, from the higher dimensions to bless our life. So I see Mina with her hand up, Kiki, Gayatri, Johannes, Tash, Robert, Diana, Linda, Nazia, Kira, Jean, Jarina, Harsha, Susie, Aniko, Fong. Okay, many more. So let me just share a little bit why it's important for us to open our spiritual channels. You already shared some wisdom. The spiritual channels it's a passageway inside our body, okay? So we can learn how to develop these passageways. So it's not something outside of you, it's something within inside of you. And we can learn how to open that passageway. And the reason we do that is we want to access higher dimension information. Okay? So to open the spiritual channels is to access so that we can access access the higher dimension so that we can receive the higher dimension information. Why is that important? You need information to make decisions in your life. Okay? But when we are stuck, should I go to this college or that college? Should I date this person or not date this person? Should I open this business up? Should I not open this business up? So we have all these like life decisions. Or I'm so confused, I don't know how to heal my relationship with this person. Or I want to make an investment, should I invest in this company or not? So all these like life decisions. But when we get stuck, then the information, we don't have enough information, or we feel blocked. We feel something is not right. We feel something is out of balance. So when we connect to higher dimension information, that's the information from the Buddhas, the saints, from the Tao, from the divine, from your heart and soul. They carry more higher level, higher dimension positive information. In that information, what does it do? It clears the blockage in your life. It creates clarity in your life, like, yes, this is what I'm supposed to do. Yes, this is a good thing. This is going to be a good partner for me. This is a good business decision. This is a great way to heal my relationship, uplift my relationship. So then all of a sudden, the information from the higher dimension, from the Buddhas, the saints, have cleared your blockages. So you have greater clarity. You have greater understanding. You have greater uh, the blockages just go. So when you open your spiritual channels, you're accessing that higher dimension information to guide your life. That's the most important. It is not just if you, some of you want to open your spiritual channels, you're so excited. Some of you are like, I'm not sure if this is for me. But it's for everybody because we all have to make life decisions. Every single one of us. So it's not just if you want to do this as like a hobby or a career to open your spiritual channels, but every single one of us needs to make decisions in our life. And when those decisions are guided by the soul, when they're guided by the Buddhas, the saints, by the Tao, we're making the best decisions that is in alignment with our heart and soul. And then that could bring the greatest success to us all. In life, when we make decisions more from our mind and don't listen to our soul, what happens? Struggle, 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 struggle. Challenge, 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 challenge. When those decisions are made from the soul, from the Tao, then everything, it like dissipates all those challenges. So all of us need to open our spiritual channels. For those of you who maybe you want, you're fascinated about your spiritual journey, okay? When you open your spiritual channels, you're also growing in your spiritual journey, because how do you grow in your spiritual journey? You need the guidance from the Buddhas and the saints. The Buddhas and the saints can guide you. The Buddhas and the saints can uplift you. They can help you through your spiritual journey challenges. So there's many, many different aspects of life that you can apply the spiritual channels. So this is truly for every single one of us. Mayur mentioned there's 4 major spiritual channels. Okay, I'm going to bring up here a slide here so you can know what these are. For those of you, if the AV team can let me give me some access to share my screen. So there's 4 major spiritual channels. Each one is incredibly powerful, and they all have when you open them, they all kind of work together all at the same time. Okay, and most of us have a strength. Okay, so here are the 4 major ones. So those of you who have been a long-term student of Master Sha, you might recognize there is some language changes. Okay, there's even, if you didn't join my Open Spiritual Channels class last year, there's even new wisdom, especially with the Tao language channel. And I'll share that in the workshop in London, some of that new wisdom that we received from Master Sha directly. So the first one is called Tao language channel. Tao language channel is the language of the source. It's the language of your true self. It's the language of what we call your yuanshen. So what is yuanshen? Your yuanshen is like your God nature, your Tao nature, your Buddha nature. It is like your higher self. So when you open your Tao language channel, it's your soul voice. Okay? When you bring out your soul voice, it's very powerful for healing. Now, some of you already have your Tao language out. We also call it soul language, universal language, light language. But it always could go higher and higher. So it's like we don't stop just by bringing it out. There's other steps. You uplift it. You uplift the frequency, uplift the vibration. Most important is that you learn how to translate the Tao language. So, why don't we practice right now? You could close your eyes, okay? You translate what my soul is saying to you, okay? Just close your eyes. So you repeat after me. Dear my spiritual channels, Dear my heart and soul, can you please help me to translate Francisco's Tao language? Thank you. And just listen with your heart. Horom maraishatiri pakai koroko, hai koromakai karakai okoko, tai shiti koromoko namaka, hai korokoro koro samakara popo, hai koromoko no makaya ki koromakaya tapaka, tari koromosataya ka, hokoromaka, hai karakoro no maka, tai toroto namakarai shototopo. Hai karakaya ko namasatare koko taraiti koromoko. Translate in your heart. What did my soul tell you? Just feel. So when I go to London, I'm going to teach you how to translate. And if you already know how to translate, I'm going to teach you how do you improve the accuracy. Okay, we say thank you, thank you, thank you. Love you, love you, love you. Okay, you could type in your answer in the chat, everyone. Okay? For those of you who are new, we're going to teach you how do you bring out your Tao language. Okay, it's so powerful. How to develop it further. How to translate. And you're going to be like, wow, Francisco, I don't know if I could do that. Yes, you can. Everybody can learn how to translate the Tao language. The soul is saying something. So, last year we taught students how to do this and how to translate. There were so many beautiful experiences that students were having, getting information from their soul, getting information from their Yuanshen, their Buddhist nature, their Tao nature. And then you could learn, when you bring out your Tao language, one, it's for healing. Many of you here have studied with Mayur, Master Shah, so you want to use it for healing and life transformation. Okay, so you use it to uplift. It uplifts the vibration. Okay, it's so powerful that even Master Shah uses it all the time. That's how powerful it is. Then the next step is you learn how to translate it. What is the soul saying? What? And you could learn one day to communicate with the Buddhas and saints with that. Okay? Okay, so Linda said, I heard, welcome everyone. Soul communication is a pivotal for everyone. How to thrive at this time on Mother Earth. Yes, it's important. Right now, we are in a new era of the soul. It becomes very important to open the spiritual channels because we can get guidance from the Tao, from the source, from our soul to help guide different parts of our life. How do we overcome these life challenges? Kiki said, hello, sweet dear one. Remember, this is your path. Mina, I think you said how to uplift your spiritual channels. Something about uplifting and going higher and higher. Listening it from within. Okay, Carol, we are opening your spiritual channels with Francisco's speech now. Open. Nausea, I heard that. Welcome to this beautiful gathering of souls coming together to create a new world. We are all blessed by the divine and our spiritual teachers. Open your heart and soul to the wisdom and inspired action. Okay, continue to share. So that's the first one, Tao language channel. There will be a focus on Tao language channel when I'm in London. Yes, I'm going to London. Okay, in fact, Monday I'm packing my bags and I'll be heading to the Netherlands first. I'll be in the Netherlands. I saw a few of you from the Netherlands here. I'll be there a few days, and then by Friday I will be in London next week. So you're going to want to be there. It's going to be amazing. This topic is always so much fun, so much excitement. Okay, so that's the first one, Tao language channel. The next one's called Tao direct soul communication channel. That Mayur mentioned a little bit about that one, where you have this direct conversation. You no longer speak the Tao language, but then you speak, dear Kuan Yin, dear Jesus, dear Mother Mary. So when we're at the workshop in London, everyone, I'm going to teach you how you use your Tao language channel to get a message from a Buddha or saint. It's always very, very special. Third eye channel. We will do some of the practices for that. That's to open the third eye. The third eye channel, there's many different layers to the spiritual channel. So for example, you could open your third eye and see the aura. Okay? You can see like what's on your aura. Okay, so I'm looking at Linda's aura, Madelisa's aura, Mini's aura, Pete's aura, Baron's aura. What is in your aura? That like gives you some information, but not everything. There's layers. Then you can see the Buddhas and the saints. You can see into the heavenly realms. You can see the heaven's waterfalls, heaven's dragons, heaven's heavenly animals. You can see heaven's peaches, heaven's, all these like amazing things. So when the spiritual channels open, there's like layers and layers and layers. Even when your third eye opens, there's like layers and layers and layers. So even if your third eye is open, we need to open further. So when we are in London, we'll use Master Sha's Tao calligraphy light wall. We'll do special blessings to open those layers up so that you can see more clearly, for example. So that's the third eye channel. So we will also do practices of that when we're in London. The last one's called the Tao direct knowing channel. That is instant knowing, where you have a question and you just know the answer. Okay? It just comes to you. You know the answer to that. That is one of the highest spiritual channels, and because for you to have instant knowing, you need to have a very deep connection with the Tao. So what are some reasons why you open the spiritual channels? Number one, you want to connect to your soul. Dear my soul, my yuanchen, I love you. Do you have guidance for me today? The more that you form a relationship with your yuanchen, that's your true self, your Buddha nature, your God nature, the faster it is that it's going to help you to manifest good health, loving relationships, financial abundance, and more. So part of our journey is making that connection, that alignment with our yuanchen, that deep love for our yuanchen. And it's like a relationship. We have to connect with it. We have to speak with it. And when we open the spiritual channels, we make a very deep connection in that way. And your yuanchen can help you with every part of life. So we connect with them. We can open the spiritual channels because to communicate with the Buddhas and the saints, but you could also use them to communicate with the sun, the moon, the Big Dipper. You can communicate with a mountain, okay, Mount Everest. You can communicate with a lake, the Pacific Ocean, the Atlantic Ocean, okay? You can communicate with any soul, okay, any soul. You can communicate with a family member who has transitioned. Maybe you have something in your heart to speak to a family member that has transitioned, a loved one who has transitioned. So many people want to do that. You can open your spiritual channels to understand what is the purpose of my life. What is the purpose of my physical life, of my spiritual life? What does heaven want you to do? With in Master Sha, many times I get tasks from Master Sha, and you want to know, like, what does our logical head may want something. Our logical head may plan something. But heaven may have a different plan. What does the Tao Source want? So we learn, how do you connect with Tao Source? What is your yuanchen? What does the Buddha's natures want from us? What does heaven want us to do? So you open the spiritual channels to help guide that, to help receive that information. You could communicate with your pets, okay? You could communicate with really any soul. And, long term, one day, Master Sha's educational system, the Tao Academy, also provides training, okay? How do you do this professionally if you want that path? But the beginning is for every single one of us. It's really I would say, if all of you are interested in your spiritual journey and in growing and developing, it's so important to open the spiritual channels. Okay? Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna do a demo. Raise your hand if you would love to be a demo. Okay? I'm gonna give you a message, and this is what we're going to learn. I'm going to show you what we're going to learn in the workshop. Okay? Okay, so these are amazing channels. Yes. This is for everyone, Shari said. Allow it. It will help you with everything. There's a gift from the divine to humanity. Okay, beautiful. Okay, so let's see. I'm gonna pick the demo here. Kiki Maya. Okay, let's get Kiki Maya on. Okay. And let's bring her on. Kiki Maya, if you can share me, do you have a question?
Oh, okay.
Right.
Okay. My question is around, I used to work in mental health, okay? And I've been out of work for a while and doing other things. And my question is whether it's the right thing to go back into that kind of work.
What is your other option?
Uh, my other option is to do something completely different.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, got it. Okay, let's all close our eyes. So, this is what we're going to learn on the weekend. Okay, next week. I'm going to speak Tao language. My soul is going to be saying a message to Kiki. I would translate. Okay? So, next weekend, we're all going to learn how to speak our soul language and then translate. So, let's close our eyes. Close your eyes, Kiki, and just take a nice deep breath. Relax. Bring your mind to your lower abdomen. Tarai shukura makora makari karapaka. Tari koro makara makasa tokoro pokai kada kotaika. Tarai anomokoro masatarai karai koro poko. Tarai karapai kai koroko no karai karaka. Tai toro masata hayai karai sotomaka. How? This is Archangel Michael, my most beloved Kiki Maya. Can you feel us next to you? We are with you. We are your heaven's guides. There are angels. There are some Buddhas also and saints here with you. They are with all of you now in this moment. Let your sadness go first of all, Kiki. For you to make this decision, you need to clear this sadness. Transform it to courage. That is what is most important for you today. What to do with mental health work. For you, my dear daughter, your soul does not want to go back to that. It is ready to embark on a new journey. But how to do this? What is recommended for you is start small. You may need a job to secure yourself financially. Short term, 1 to 2 years, you may need a traditional job to get you back on your feet. Long term, my dear one, there's great opportunities. You are, for example, a powerful healer. You also can open your spiritual channels. But you have many gifts, abilities. You can do some more private work, consulting, coaching. These are all good opportunities for you. Your heart is ready now to embark on this new journey, for you want to share your love and compassion with others. This is the message we give to you. We are also blessing you at the same time. You are loved and blessed. How? Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Mm. Thank you, thank you, thank
How do you
you.
feel?
Woo! I definitely felt the presence. Yeah, the love, the heat, the vibration, and the sadness came up before you mentioned it. That emotion actually came up to the surface, and then you mentioned it, and I was like, oh yeah, that's yeah. I mean, that's been there a long time, but it is shifting. But I guess there's still a little. And yeah, I totally resonate with that message about my soul not wanting to go back. I can understand why. And thank you for that message of encouragement. I would love to do, the more kind of work that was mentioned.
Beautiful.
So
Okay, let's
yeah.
give Kiki Maya. Thank you, Kiki Maya. All right, let's give her a big hand, everybody.
Mm.
Okay, I'm gonna do one more, but the second one's gonna be a little bit different, everybody. We could bring our hands down for a moment, because let me just announce what the next one will be on. For the next one, uh, let me give me 1 second. We'll just lower the hand so that the next one is going to be totally different. Okay? Next one, I want to pick somebody who would like to hear a message from a family member who has transitioned. Okay? A family member who has transitioned. A lot of us want to hear a message from a beloved one. Okay? Okay. Let's see. Give me 1 second. Okay, the demo is going to be Ina Shatshenko. Ina Shatshenko. Okay. Let's bring Ina on.
Hello.
Okay, Ina, who is your loved one?
My loved one is my grandmother's mother who transitioned already, and
Your grandmother's mother, so your great grandmother.
yes, I remember her when I was a little child, but I can't see her face. I don't remember her face, and she died in Russia because we are from there originally, and yeah, I never met her as a
Do,
child.
do you know her name?
I'm not sure. I think Maria.
Okay, it's okay if you don't know her name. I'll connect to her soul. Okay, and let's see what she has to say to you. So it's your mother's mother on your your grandmother or your great grandmother. Well, can you repeat it was your mother's mother or your grandmother's mother?
It's my grandmother's mother.
Okay, so your great grandmother. Okay, wow, that's a great one. I like this one. Okay, let's close our eyes. Totally relax. I am Mayura Naso. I'm connecting to her soul now through Tao language. I am Makakorasa. Om Maratuko Satukum. Karamaka Hona Sato. Kanayohon. My most beloved Ina. This is your great grandmother on your mother's side of the family. I love you, my dear daughter. We are here. We are here for you. Your ancestors are here for you. We want you to know that we are proud of you. We want you to know that everything that you are doing with Master Sha in your spiritual journey is helping us all. You may not know me in physical form, but I had a very deep connection to Mother Earth. My spiritual channels were open. I loved the land, the trees, the nature of Russia. It was my home. I learned also from great shamans, from the mountains. This wisdom, these abilities were passed on to you. We want you to know that. And we want you to know that you are home now and that we will support you. But remember to show your gratitude to your ancestors. This is important spiritual wisdom for everyone here. When you wake up, before you eat, before you go to bed, express gratitude. That is a golden secret for life, for success. And I love you, my beloved Ina. Thank you from our heart and soul. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Love you, love you, love you. Okay, how do you feel, Ina? So special.
It's really amazing because since I was with you in my first open spiritual channels, she's so present. She's always there. It's like all the support, everything that you were talking about, she's one of the first ones who always appears. And I could now, during the flow, I could really feel like my whole ancestor line, they were all around me,
Yes.
especially the woman line. It's really amazing how powerful women they all were.
I saw the same thing for you.
Really amazing because when I asked my grandmother, who's still alive, and she as well moved from Kazakhstan to Germany, she's not able to talk or to give me all the answers I'm asking her, and I really wish to get to know them better as well, to tell everything to my own daughter who starts to asking me. And it's wow, it was really my heart. Wow.
Yeah, it was so beautiful. Even for me, I was like, wow, very special energy. Exactly for your the mother side of your lineage and the woman. Beautiful, very beautiful energy. Congratulations, Ina. Thank you. Okay, everybody, give her a big hand. Very special energy. Wow, wow, wow. Okay, everybody. So these are some things we are going to learn in London. I welcome you all to join Mayur and I. Join us online, join us in person. We will be there. Maybe you could come to London a week early and be in London a week early and just enjoy London. Because then the week after that we have Master's Shop. Okay, so I thank you all. And I look forward to seeing you all. And we're going to welcome back Mayur for his final words. But thank you, everyone. Love you, everyone. Thank you, Mayur.
So thank you so much, Francisco, for these beautiful messages, and I think you inspired everyone. Really, everybody wants to know this information and open their channels, develop these abilities, and it can help you so much. So we just got a little example, little sample from Francisco, but you can do so much once your channels open up. So really looking forward to this workshop in London with Francisco. So Lavina just put up the link. So if you wanted to register for that, please go ahead. We got very few spaces in person. If you wanted to do it at the center, then we have limited spaces. But you can also do it online. So even if you can't come to London and you wanted to do it online, then there's an option to do that as well. And so, and the weekend after is with Master Shah. So how many of you have already registered to be with Master Shah for the 2-day workshop on the 8th and 9th March? Okay, so quite a few of you have done that. So those of you who didn't know about this, or you haven't as yet managed to register, then the link is here. Now, to be in the presence of Master Shah, now because he does events with advanced students mainly, or some very high level healing sessions. So in London we are extremely honored to have him here for 2 days, and you don't have to be one of his advanced students, and you can just join. And last time many people brought their friends, loved ones, family, and they had huge transformations in their lives. So there is a possibility for you as well to make that request. Plus you'll get some powerful treasures when Master Shah is here, and that's included as part of your registration fee. And so I think it's something that you mustn't miss. Yeah, and you could benefit greatly. And we don't know when Master Shah may come again to London. So we waited about 11 years for him to come. So I would grab this opportunity. Okay, so any final questions anybody has? So first and second is Francisco's, and I will be doing Open Your Spiritual Channels, and then Master Shah the following weekend, 8th and 9th of March. Okay, so Ginte says, I'll be in London too. Fantastic. And okay, Shari Fried, she says, thank you so much, Francisco and Mayur. It was an honor. And one moment, let me. Okay, it was an honor and blessing to be here. My heart feels more connected and my thoughts have quietened down. Greatest gratitude. Okay, beautiful. Okay, Sanjeev says, see you all next week. So Sanjeev is coming. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so it's at the same
Any
place.
early bird? Is there an early bird?
There is an early bird for the OSC for Master Shah's event.
Oh, I see. Oh, okay.
Yeah, that is for the online. Okay. And yes, there will be replays available for 2 weeks after the workshop. So if you are not able to be there the full 2 days, then you can watch the replays, or even if you wanted to relearn what was taught, you can watch the replays. And also, Francisco will be there. He'll offer powerful blessings as well. So it could be a huge transformation for you as well. Okay, so my daughter asked me lots of questions, and I give her a message, and sometimes from Kuan Yin or Divine, or even from a late mother, and yeah, she has benefited greatly, getting this guidance. So to be able to do that yourself is quite amazing. Okay, Um, and later on, if you wanted to do more advanced things with Tao Academy, then you can become like a certified Tao communicator as well. Okay, so you go through teachings, and you have to do the practices, and then you have to do the flows, and then you can become certified. So then you can use this skill to help other people, massively. Okay, so any questions? So maybe, if you maybe put your voice. Yeah, Mina. Oh yeah, Mina, you had two questions. Let's start with Mina, and then if you have questions, then leave your hand up. If not, then maybe you can put it down. Then we'll know who has questions, and I'll bring them on. Yes, Mina.
So, as you know, I did the Tao masterclass in 8th and 9th of December, and it's only been 2 months, a bit over 2 months. Is it too early for me to do this course next week?
Okay, so actually, Mina, you
Yeah.
are at advantage because you did the Tao Hands workshop. So, uh,
Mm-hmm.
so in that we taught you how to open up your Tao language. Yeah, so you can always develop it further, as Francisco said. But what you didn't learn was how to translate that.
Okay.
So this is the next stage for you. So
Okay.
it's timing for you. Okay, so
Okay.
and you'll be a little bit ready because your language, otherwise it takes a little bit of effort to open up the Tao language. So for you, that's already out,
Okay.
uh, and then the next stage, once the Tao language is out and you learn to translate your own language, Tao language, so soul language, then that is used to for the next channel, the direct Tao communication channel, and you need that. Okay, so it will help you make a faster progress.
Okay,
Okay.
sure.
Okay. Anybody else? Is it Parvana? Yes, Parvana.
Thank you. No, it wasn't. Sorry, it was a mistake. Thank you.
Okay, fine. Anybody else has any more questions? Okay, Sanjeev is asking when will be the next Tao communication certification. That information I don't have with me at the moment, but when Francisco is here, we can ask him. He may know this. Okay, but okay, Kiki says, thank you so much for my message, Francisco. It's very amazing and comforting to know I have the angels, some Buddhas, and saints with me, and timely message for me. So grateful. Okay, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, Linda's asking, how can we all fly down for this workshop? Well, if you can fly down, we'd absolutely love it. But you can do this online as well. But Master Shah's workshop is in person only. For the 8th and 9th, it's not offered online. So for that, you need to come. And Susie says, I've just registered and already I can feel both my soul's excitement and more relaxed as an opportunity to deepen with the Yuan Shen for the soul journey is so important. Yes, definitely. Thank you, Susie, for sharing that. And Lucia, will Francisco only be offering the 2 days OSC? Will there be other events? Okay, we got a packed schedule. Okay, so Francisco is here Saturday and Sunday, but we got other days when we'll be sending out the emails, and because we want to promote Master Shah's event on 8th and 9th, so there'll be events leading up to that. And if you are a Tao Hands practitioner, you have already received an invitation for the advanced Tao Hands. If you are a Tao Hands practitioner, that's on the 7th, on the Friday. So that's another opportunity, and of course Francisco and I and other teachers will be there. Okay, so Sunita's asking, is it any different if done online or at the center? The information is the same, except when you are in person, then you are in the room with Francisco. That's the only difference. Otherwise, it's the same. Okay, so if you can't come, you're far away, then you can just do it online. And if you can come, of course, we'd love to have you here. But if you can't come and you have to do it online, we totally understand that. Okay, and if you haven't opened your Tao language or soul language, then I would suggest try and come to the center, because then you can have a little bit more one-to-one attention to open up that language for you, makes it easier for you. Okay, and Andre says, thank you, the Source, Master Shah, Francisco and Mayur, most grateful. Leo says, thank you for your time, dear Mayur and Francisco. Anything you wanted to share, Johannes? Let me invite Johannes, because let's give him a mic. So Johannes, he went through this training, so he's a certified Tao soul communicator, and when I invite him and he connects and gives us a very beautiful, amazing message. So Johannes, share about your experience about opening your spiritual channels.
Hi everyone, welcome. So I have joined many of these workshops with Francisco, also with other teachers of Master Sha. And I remember, actually right now, the very first workshop I have ever attended with anybody in the system of Master Sha was an Open Spiritual Channels workshop. That was at the time in Munich with a master teacher there. And at the time I knew about Master Sha, I didn't know about Open Your Spiritual Channels. I just had the feeling and the intuition that I really should go there. So I drove 3 hours to Munich. I even missed parts of this workshop, but I eventually made it there. And the very first thing, there was a lot of teachings, but what I remember at some point, we did a soul language and translation practice. Okay, so we connected and bringing out the language of our soul, and then we were asked to translate it. I was like, wow, oh my gosh, I have no idea how to do that. And but I followed the process. Okay, there's a step-by-step guidance how to do it, and I was surprised. I even got a message. I think it's a word or two, just one or two words, and we were paired to do it together. And I've never experienced anything like it. So ever since then, I tried to catch as many of these workshops as possible. Eventually, I also joined the more professional training program with Tao Academy, which has absolutely transformed my life. I use my spiritual channels every day. I try to improve them as much as I can. So I really look forward to being in this workshop, because I think it's been a while since we had a workshop like this here in London. It must have been a year or two. And so I'm really happy. And we have Francisco here back with us. I know many of you know him. Some of you may not know him, but I think you will learn to love him very soon as well. So yeah, come and join us. You can do it in person as well as online. And yeah, it'll be an exciting time here with all of you. Okay, thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Put the link back in the chat.
Thank you so much, Johannes. So, we have our weekly meetings, and our core team, we gather together, and then we are planning forward, and then we often receive a message. Yeah, we connect, and then what should be our topics, and so we plan like that. So we connect, and we receive guidance. Of course, it's a combination. We think through our minds, but then finally we receive a message, and then we use that message to finally put into action what we're going to do, what workshops or our future plans. So without this, it'd be very difficult for us. Like we ask questions as well. What should be the price as well, and can we offer an early bird, and then we go by guidance. Again, sometimes we get 2 different workshops. Then we check the dates. Is this date the best date, or can we do a later date? And so all the questions we can think of, and it makes it so much easier for us to plan. So this workshop, both the workshops, Francisco and myself on Open Your Spiritual Channels, we haven't had it for a while. So 1st and 2nd of March, and the following weekend with Master Shah. If you can do both, that will be just super amazing. Yeah, and so we invite you. Look at your calendar. Huh? Harsha wants to say something. Yeah, invite her, please.
Yeah, I just want to share.
Okay, yeah, Harsha, go on.
So, I must share this. Francisco's channels are so open. So, he had come last year, and, my daughter-in-law, I knew they didn't want a second baby. And Francisco told me, you have lots of babies in your life. At that time, I did not know that my daughter-in-law was expecting a second baby. And we found a few weeks back. So Francisco, he's never met my daughter-in-law. So can you imagine, his channels are so wide open, and he didn't even do a reading. He just told me. So it's a connection he did with my daughter-in-law, and he just said, like, I got more babies in my life. So I would truly say, don't miss the Open Spirit Channels retreat with Francisco. Don't make the mistake of, missing this. So please, join the workshop. That's all I wanted to say. Thank you so much.
Yeah, because Francisco's channels are very open. And his third eye is very open, so he sees images, and he'll share lots of this during the workshop. Okay, so are you excited, for these upcoming events? Yeah, we are super excited, huh? Fantastic. So thank you so much, everybody, for joining us, and we look forward to seeing you for these workshops, and we'll invite you. We'll send you emails for the other things that are also happening. So we're just planning that, and we'll be sending out the information to you. Okay, so I thank you all very much. I love you all very much, and so we invite you to join us for these events. Okay, thank you, thank you, thank you. Love you, love you, love you.